Hi, everybody. I'm Holly Amaya. I am the co-founder of Story Imprinting, and I am here with my fabulous co-host and co-founder, Anne Marie Hoftailing. You've been elevated to co-host now.
I like it. Look, I love when I get like a promotion and I didn't even know about it. It's a
Totally.
surprise.
Add it to your list of things that you do here. And so adding to that, I want to talk to you today about, we do a lot of individual coaching, we do some peer advisory work, and people are struggling to stay both energized and motivated. We're in sort of the midst of this never-ending story where nothing looks the same as it did this time last year. Last year feels a million years ago. And our professional and our personal sort of spheres are completely intertwined. And so I hear frequently, and I'm sure you do too, from folks who are like, so I get up at 4 a.m. and I work before the kids wake up. And then I stop for like 2 hours and I get them ready and they're virtual learning and I drop one off at school. And then I do this and then I do that. And then the kids go to bed and then my husband and I sit on the couch watching American Murderer or whatever on Netflix, working until 10 o'clock at night. And it's like, no, that sounds horrible. So I know that you're hearing this and you are one of the best at giving folks just really actionable things to do. So I want to first hear from you about your thoughts on this total intermingling and commingling of these sectors of our lives, and what can people do about it? What can we do?
Yeah, so I think that, this working from home is both fantastic and terrible. And it's fantastic and terrible if you're a single person. It's fantastic and terrible if you have a family because you're with people 24 hours a day. It's all of the things. What I think makes this particular moment in history difficult is, to your point, everything is melded together. So we're in a highly, highly reactive state, which means there is no beginning, middle, or end to the workday.
Right.
We are responding to things while we're drinking coffee, standing up, headed to the, pick up the mail in the mailbox or whatever it is. So there are a couple of really critical things that I've been working with several of our clients on, as well as our peer advisory group. One is having work zones and non-work zones in your house. Super simple thing. You can't work everywhere all the time. There has to be spaces where there's no technology, where they're just for eating and resting and being present and having leisure, whatever that means, whether that's watching a show, hanging out with your family, reading, it doesn't matter, but there has to be spaces, I believe, that you're not actually working in. Otherwise, it's just nonstop because you're not leaving. You're just like, well, I can do this. And let me just say, if you're a multitasker, that's great, but multitasking all of the time everywhere is not healthy for you. You need some spaces of just peace.
Right.
You're not like, I can make dinner, help my kids do homework, and respond to all these emails.
Right.
That's fine once in a while, but doing that all the time is really depleting. The other thing is, I think having a little bit of ritual in your life is incredibly valuable. I just started doing this every morning, since my mom died. I've been having really, really rough time sleeping. So every morning when I wake up, I stretch for 10 minutes before I step out of my bedroom, before I make coffee, before I do anything. And the other thing I would say is don't look at your phone until after you've had coffee or tea or breakfast. Very hard to do, but don't. Just nothing is going to change in 15 or 20 minutes. And I think that can be really useful as well. Don't start your day with a screen in your face. Start your day being present in your body and thinking about, what do I want this day to be about and how am I going to proceed in it? I think that makes a difference. And same at the end of the day, have a little bit of ritual, whether that's a hot bath, whether you have a little bit of tea or a glass of wine, or reconnect with your significant other or whatever it is, read a poem before you go to bed. Just do these small little things that I think keep you a little more grounded and present. The other thing I would say is, if you're somebody living with other people, tell people what you need. Ask, say, hey, the first 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, I can't talk to you. I need to have a cup of coffee, or I need to go outside and be alone and have a cup of coffee.
Mhm.
And the last little thing is, I would say, is it's really hard now because we're just on screens constantly. Take
Mhm.
some breaks and go just simple movement. It doesn't have to be an hour of working out. Not everybody
Right.
can do that. Go walk around the block. Go just stretch your body, move your body a little bit. Many people right now have back issues and shoulder issues and neck issues because we're always like in this forward motion. And I
Totally.
think that you need to like be aware of your body and try to take care of it and be kind to it. And these are just really small things. I think if you implement a lot of small things,
Yeah.
that will help you get a little more focused and a little more energized.
Totally. And last question for you. So, top tip if you're a manager, right, and you're managing a team remotely, or you're working, with colleagues remotely, and you're both trying to stay energized yourself and keep them energized. Like, what is an actionable way to do that to your point, in a small but significant way?
I think one thing is, don't have excessive meetings where everybody doesn't need to be on them. And if you do have a meeting, keep them tight, keep them clear. Say to everybody when you start a meeting, I want everybody to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. My commitment to you is to start on time and end on time. You will
Yes.
immediately get people who feel so grateful that this isn't going to go over 15 minutes. We're not going to
Yes.
wait 10 minutes for people to come in. Don't exhaust people with meetings. If they're necessary, do them. If they're not, cut them in half. Have shorter meetings, have fewer meetings and shorter meetings. Everyone will be grateful and much more productive and much more energized.
I love it. Don't kill people with your meetings. We
Don't
need
do
you. We need you.
it.
Thank you so much, as always. It was great to see you. If you're watching this, we want to hear from you. What do you want to hear about on these videos? What moves you? What are you struggling with? Like, let us know all of it. Drop it in the comments. Please subscribe to our channel and have a lovely rest of your day. See you, Anne Marie.
Bye, y'all.